This is a panel discussion unlike anything you've ever experienced. Here's how it works. Pecha Kucha, it's a presentation style in which 20 slides autoplay for 20 seconds each, and these folks don't control their slides.
The sun is setting behind me. It's lighting up that golden ridge, which is reflecting with the trees and the clouds in a crisp, clear mountain lake. Delicate twinkling flowers line the lake bank. I was only able to take this picture because of John Fielder, the eminent Colorado landscape photographer and a gifted teacher of his art who sadly died last year. I was fortunate to take a number of his classes and many great pictures during my years in Denver because of him. You may be asking, what does this have to do with the experience of care? Well, here are some of the parallels. I had the right subject matter expert and a very knowledgeable team with him guiding us. We had the right equipment, technology, software. We were in the right place at the right time by both design and admittedly some luck as the clouds broke before sunset. But the team was teaching us what we needed to know in a way we could understand and follow. I don't need to orient you to these two landmark publications, prove to you their impact, or describe the framework these books provided. They've guided our shared improvement work for 25 years. Each of the domains of quality could easily be a one-hour lecture. They describe parsimoniously how care ought to be. But for this brief Pecha Kucha, I thought I would share a story that reflects some things I experienced just recently in my own healthcare about patient and family centeredness or the lack thereof. And I'll pivot to close with some thoughts on safety and its centrality to the optimal experience of care. Yes, this is my right shoulder, or more accurately, was my right shoulder. And even those of you who are not radiologists can probably see the source of my discomfort. That ball-like structure on the top of my humerus is directly rubbing against the scapula, bone on bone. Ouch. After years of pain and limited activity, I decided to replace the joint. I was referred to the head of shoulder surgery at a major academic medical center. Would he be my John Fielder? At my first visit, he didn't introduce himself, went right to the image on the computer and said, "I'm a cutter. Let me know when you're ready." Eventually, I felt ready, and despite my office experience, I still scheduled my procedure with Dr. Big. I figured he's supposed to be a great surgeon, and that's what really matters, right? Not so much. Over the subsequent weeks, getting questions answered about my procedure and recovery was like pulling teeth. The final straw was this one communication, where I was made to feel like I was some kind of an outlier, asking for more than is usual in some fashion. His office said, "We thought of making a packet for people like me who have a lot of questions." What I wanted in my experience, and what I think we need to design our systems to reliably achieve, is true patient and family-centered care, where we meet patients where they are, anticipate and meet and actually exceed their needs and expectations. I don't think it unusual. I wanted to be prepared for my post-op care and recovery. Many of you are familiar with this often used HPI description of the patient's priorities. Don't hurt me, heal me, and be nice to me in that order. Well, I think it's incomplete. This is not just about being nice to patients. It's about the care system having thought about their needs and providing for them and exceeding them. True patient and family-centered care. I think it's possible to do this, to more consistently achieve aspirational levels of experience for patients and families, just as we seek to achieve aspirational levels of safety or zero harm. Vince Lombardi said we must pursue perfection to achieve excellence. The fact that we fall short should not deter us. Designing our care systems, our communications, and our fundamental thinking about care based on patient need is not our norm. If Dr. Big's office had thought, what might our patients want to know about shoulder replacement care and recovery, I might have had a totally different experience. It's why involving patients is so critical in guiding our improvement work. So meet my orthopedic version of John Fielder, the surgeon to whom I went for a second opinion and who individually and with his team provided me with the care and the experience I was seeking. Dr. Namdari had me at hello, greeting me, sitting down, patiently explaining options and answering questions. And yes, this is my beautiful new shoulder. The care I got was outstanding throughout and demonstrated what is in fact possible, what we as healthcare teams and organizations need to pursue relentlessly. The icing on the cake was what I found in my discharge packet, a thank you note that wowed me from my whole care team, who really deserved my thanks. Even with less than 7 minutes to describe my views on optimizing experience, I can't leave out safety. Don't hurt me is our first priority, and patient experience can't be optimal when it includes patient harm. I want to honor the memory of 3 children whose preventable deaths are central to all I have learned. Ethan died from a misdiagnosed brain abscess. We failed to rescue Alyssa from compensated shock in the setting of leukemia. Grant died from a misplaced nasogastric feeding tube after successful heart surgery. Their stories and the advocacy of their parents to improve the systems that failed them and their children inspire my work every day. I rewrote the end of Don Berwick's 100,000 Lives speech, and I'd like to share it with you. The children whose lives we saved can never be known. Our contribution will be what did not happen to them and their families. Though their names are unknown, we know recitals will be performed, friendships made, games played, art projects proudly hung that would never have been. They will walk down aisles in caps and gowns and in wedding suits and dresses in front of beaming parents and siblings. They'll grow up to raise children of their own who would not have been born and provide care and love to elder parents whose lives were not forever shattered at an earlier time. We can never know who these children are, but out there they surely will be. Beautiful images may have imperfections just as healthcare does. Those times we fall short. These are always opportunities to learn and improve. With pictures, we can use Photoshop to remove silly parked trucks that may blemish an idyllic scene. With care systems, it's our obligation and our privilege to continuously improve, to pursue perfection in care and experience. So let's do that.